We're not just talk, go beyond the chat. We're not just talk, go.
Oh, yes. We're not just talk. We go beyond the chat.
We go.
Yes, sir. Welcome to everyone out there. I am your girl, your neighbor, your next door neighbor, your best friend, Natasha Cash.
And I'm your host, TW, in the building.
Oh, yes.
We back.
We had to take a little break, last Sunday. And I asked my girl, my number one fan. I mean, that's my girl. Yvette Quantifa Wong to come through and bless y'all last Sunday. We hope y'all had a good time. But not only was Yvette here, Mr. Cleety was up in the building.
Yeah, Cleety was here trying to hold it down.
Yes, he was, and he did a great job. So I hear. So we're gonna have them back sooner than later on the show. But to everyone that is watching on Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, beyondthechat.com, wherever you are watching, Facebook Party, Facebook Live, whatever it is, we so appreciate you for tuning in and being a part of our show. We are super excited to have you.
Definitely, because it would be pointless for us to be here if you were not there.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh, that was good.
That's
I like the way you did that. I like the way you put that together.
You wouldn't be there if you couldn't be there.
You couldn't be there. I don't really think people really know about Martin Lawrence and Lynn Whitfield in the movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate. He went to go see her at the house. She was a real estate agent, and he went to go see a house that she was selling, and she thought he was just, playing games. And he pulls up in a limo, he steps out, and she's like, are you playing games with me? Are you really here to see the house, buy the house, or are you just here to try to flirt with me? And he told her, he said,
I wouldn't be here if I couldn't be here.
And listen, that sealed the deal for me. I said, okay, see, that's why I mess with Martin Lawrence, because only he could say a line like that and it'd be smooth. I loved it. It was the bomb.
Yeah, he did his thing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's jump into it. First of all, I don't know if you can see my shirt, but I have on the San Francisco 49ers t-shirt. I rep the 49ers, been with them since 1992. I've been a fan. I've been riding with them ever since. And I'm just saying, the game just ended. Yeah. I know you're not that excited, but I'm just saying. They just beat the Patriots.
They're good. They're good. I like San Francisco.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if you was riding with me today. But
there's certain teams that's just all right with me, but I have a certain list of teams that I really like.
And San
Francisco has been on that list.
Okay.
I'm not going to say where on that list, but they are on the list.
Okay.
And it's a short list.
All right, well, I'm not going to argue with you. As long as they're on the list, I'm good.
Yeah, and it's a short list.
Okay, that's fine with me, but I'm just saying that, they beat the Patriots 23-3 today, and the Washington Redskins, whoop, whoop, shout out to my hometown, the DMV, the Washington football team. I still call them the Redskins. Call them what you like. All I know is that they beat the brakes off of Dallas today, 25-3. And I'm just saying, I know they're going crazy in DC. So I'm just repping for my city. I'm repping for my town. And I love the fact that we just beat Dallas. I mean, any team that's playing against Dallas, I'm rooting for them. I'm just saying. Anybody want to chime in, say what you got to say. But Dallas and Washington have always been rival teams. And anytime we can beat them, I'm having a good day.
Yeah, it's just amazing how injuries affect a team. Now, I'm not saying that because there's injuries on a team that a team is able to beat a team.
Right.
But because it seems like there's injuries across every team in every league. It's just like, it's crazy. And I used to coach, semi-pro football and Little League. And it does make a big difference when you lose your star players and the person, I hate to call them backup, but the alternate player has to really step up their game.
Absolutely.
And play some ball.
And you know what? I think it's one thing. I don't know if I want to call it the pressure, but knowing that you are the starting quarterback or the starting tight end or the starting lineman or whatever your position is on the field, you kind of come to the game with that mindset. Like, I got to do my thing. I got to show up. Yes, I'm it. I gotta, play my part, because if I don't play my part, then all my teammates, they're going to clown me. They're going to look at me like, you ain't show up today. I mean, you were in practice. You didn't know what we was doing. We played football. But you're getting
paid more than I am.
Exactly. Hello. And then you get hurt. Now I got to come in and I'm only getting $2,000. You getting $2 million.
But I'm about to take the beating that you're supposed to be taking.
Exactly. Exactly. Hello. Yes. But so yeah, I just think we just had, I know as a performer, as an artist, as a singer, definitely not to downplay the people that sing the backup vocals, because they are the bread and butter of your song.
Oh yeah.
But when you are the headliner, the front runner, the front person that everybody's watching and waiting for you to perform and do your thing, man, you got to come with it.
Oh yeah. Definitely
you have to come with it. But let me just say, shout out to my background singers, Miss Shawnice Johnson, Miss Kimberly Brinson. They are some beasts on the microphone.
Yeah. They hold it down.
Yes, they do. I don't ever have to worry when I'm singing. If I just like do my eyeball to the left or to the right, they coming through on the microphone. So I'm just saying, I'm blessed.
You are blessed. We are blessed. And hey, and thanks for all the other background singers that have stepped up and stepped in when they couldn't be available.
Exactly.
Because it's just like that first string player or that primary go to.
Right.
When they're not available on the field, you got to have a backup plan.
Have a backup plan.
We have some great backup plans.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have a great band. Shout out to them. We've said before that, we cannot wait for this pandemic to be over, for COVID to go away. We are so missing and looking forward to performing with our band again. We miss them so much. We miss being out there with the people and entertaining and singing and just having a good time.
Yeah. And funny thing is, we built this set where we used to rehearse. So we think about band rehearsal every single time we come over here.
So don't tell our band members that we doing podcasts in their rehearsal
in the spot,
because they might not be so happy.
Yeah.
But when time comes, we'll make it work.
Yeah, we'll make it work. Shift. There's a couple things.
Exactly. All right, let's jump into it. So I want to give my thought of the week.
Okay.
Very simple, short, and to the point. So my thought of the week is always be you. No copies, no imitations, because guess what? You are awesome enough all by yourself. A lot of times we don't hear people tell us that. We don't get people, around us that are encouraging or not that they're not encouraging, is that, sometimes we don't think about it. So sometimes we need to just make it a habit to say it to ourselves. Look yourself in the mirror and say, girl, you got it going on. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are amazing. You are lovely. My grandmother used to have us in church when I was younger. We used to do affirmations. And every Sunday every Bible study on Wednesday night, we would add to our affirmations. And I affirm that I am smart. I affirm that I am beautiful. I affirm that I am wonderful and fearfully made by God. Listen, when you start reading those things to yourself every single day, you become a different person. You begin to believe them. You begin to speak them. You begin to walk in it. You begin to look like you're smart, look like you're beautiful, look like you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And let me tell you, that is an amazing feeling when you can feel that way about yourself and then have a partner or a family member or an aunt or uncle or mom or dad to affirm those things for you. It just makes life amazing.
It does. It's sometimes it's hard for certain people to give themselves that self-esteem,
right,
and keep themselves on the up and up, because some people need that extra push. People like us, we basically pump ourselves up and think positive and walk positive and react positive, and unless somebody pisses us off, but we don't get pissed off much. But anyway, we try to look at everything from a positive angle.
Absolutely.
So that when there is adversity or anything that we have to face, we look at the positive first.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. If you look at things in a positive perspective and you have positive energy all the time, then you'll live a lot longer.
Yes, you will. Because stress will kill you.
It will kill you.
Yes, it will. And listen, if nobody else has told you, trust me, stress will kill you. So make sure that you keep a positive mind. We wrote a song on our first gospel album, Positive Attitude, Positive Outcome.
Oh, yes.
Negative Attitude, and boy, am I done. So those are some of the lyrics from our first gospel project entitled Radical Praise.
Yes.
Check me out, NatashaCash.com.
That was an album. And the one we following up with is an album, but that particular album is unforgettable. We talked about memorable music last week.
Yep.
Or week before last.
Week before last. Yep.
And that's one of those albums where you can hit play on one song and feel that song all the way through just by the first few seconds.
Yes. And listen, I know I sung the songs and had some help sing with the background vocals and all that stuff, but it's something for me when I can not listen to a project or a song for months and months and sometimes years, and then all of a sudden I go back to that project and I can sing all the lyrics. That's when I know that song has done something to me, you know, emotionally, and it has taken a hold of me emotionally. When I can not listen to it and I can go back and I can sing the lyrics verbatim. And let me tell you the other thing that really blesses my soul. My children. My children have my CD, my very first gospel CD with you, in the car. Yep. And when I tell them, you know, turn on the radio, let's hear some music, they're like, Mom, put on your song, your gospel project. And I'm like, whoa, y'all want to hear my music? And I'm like, okay. Put it in there, turn it on, and I hear them in the back singing every single lyric to every song. That brings tears to my eyes. I'm just like, whoa, when your children believe in your dreams and believe that you are, you know, worthy of learning your lyrics to your songs, and they want to hear it while you're around. Because, you know, sometimes your kids will listen to stuff while you're not around because they don't want you to know they think you're amazing. They're feeling you. They're feeling you. Yeah, like they're feeling you. That you got a little bit of swag, that you know, you want fleek or something. I know that's old words. I'm dating myself, but
you know, old comes back around anyway.
That's very true. That is very true. Old is in.
Old is in. Old is in.
Well, that's my thought of the week. Hey, love yourself. Be good to yourself. Be amazing to yourself, because that's how you set the standards for who is in your circle, who's in your life, you know, who's your partner. You love yourself and you have your own expectations of what you see as love, what you see as friendship, what you see as life. And then when you begin to walk around with that persona, that demeanor, you begin to attract that type of energy to you. And so blessings and peace and love be to every single one of you, because you deserve it. And trust me, you are awesome enough.
Indeed. I like that.
Thank you.
That. So today I want to just, drop some knowledge on you, because, you know, most of you guys know that me and Cleety, we do the computer business, and, you know, we try to keep computers. Cleety, he know a lot of stuff now.
Cleety act like he know a lot of stuff.
I've seen him in action.
Oh, all right.
I have seen him in action. I've asked him some stuff, and it's like, how did you know that? You know, but anyway, he may not look the part. No, I think he kind of looked the part. But anyway,
no, Cleety kind of handsome now.
He got a lot going on, but he always seemed to be on his game. You know. So anyway, I just want to, you know, give you guys some knowledge and help you guys out about, you know, just taking care of your computers. There are certain things that you can do that will like help, like big time. And I you know, bring this information because I've been in computer support for 30 years.
Oof. You
know, so it's a lot of stuff I see.
It started when you was 2.
Yes. So there you go, 32. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff I see, and there's a lot of common things I see that you may be able to avoid just by just doing a few things. So one in particular, keep your keyboard and mouse clean. Whether it's a laptop or a desktop, your keyboard, mouse, all that stuff is important for you to just keep it clean. And there's ways you can keep it clean. Of course, you don't, you know, get Windex and spray it on top of everything.
I'm glad you told us.
Okay, because I've replaced some mice and keyboard that has signs of water damage.
Yes.
You know, and that's not the way to do it. You can get cavity wipes. You can even clean it with alcohol. Most people probably don't even know how to get cavity wipes, but you can clean it with alcohol. That works. And there's actually products that you can get in the store that's specifically for computer cleaning. Okay. And if that doesn't work, you can always get can air too, to blow out those keyboards.
Yes.
You know,
I love can air.
Keep the fan clean in your actual computer box.
Yes.
Sometimes you can look in the back and you see all kinds of dust buildup. And you know, that dust buildup, what it does is it blocks the airflow from going through your computer to keep it clean.
Right.
So you want to make sure that there's no dust and dander, you know, in your fan, where that fan, you know, intakes that air. It's not there to cool you off. It's there to suck in the air into the computer compartment to keep the CPU cool. All right, so don't think, it's hot outside. It's 90 degrees outside. I'm about to turn my computer around so I can get some air, just in case your AC broke.
Well, I just have a question.
Don't work like that.
Is dander different from dust? Because
well, it's dust, dander,
that was a fancy
pet
word.
hair.
Oh,
I see that a lot when I'm opening up computers.
Yes,
I see. Like, really? Is your pet sitting on top of the laptop?
They doing their work for them.
I see it all the time.
That's crazy.
I see it more often than you think.
Yeah, and people don't realize. Listen, I don't have any pets, and when I type, I try not to do anything like eat over your keyboard or stuff like that.
Exactly.
But how many times have you gone to people's desk or seen people flip their keyboard upside down? I mean, crumbs. You got Cheetos, cookie crumbs, bread crumbs. You got weave. I mean,
it's all kinds of
everything
stuff
up in there. Fingernail polish from when you popped your fingernail polish off. I mean, listen, people, if your C button don't press down,
a dried up lizard once.
That's nasty.
Well, I didn't put it there.
I'm just saying. You just had to go there with the dried up.
You see a lot of stuff
God.
in the keyboard.
I'd be like, I can't help you. I come to your desk and you got a dried up lizard in your keyboard. I can't help you. That's gross. You're gonna have to figure it out on your own.
That's an old keyboard.
Yeah, that's nasty. you got to go.
And you didn't see that? I know you can type and everything. You don't have to look, but sometimes just look down and see what's in there before I have to find it.
Exactly.
All right.
If something's keeping you from pressing the C or the X, it's something up in there.
Right.
You can check that out.
Your keyboard.
You don't hear
stuck.
that crunch?
Your keyboard is stuck because there's things in there.
Exactly.
All right. So, another tip, keep your monitor clean. It's easy to clean that. Do not get some suds and a rag and wash your monitor down.
Yeah, no.
Get the proper stuff to wash your monitor down. There's display LCD cleaning supplies that you can purchase. You can purchase them from Walmart. I mean, we're not a sponsor. They're not a sponsor or anything, but
right.
I mean, you can just purchase that stuff from, Staples, CVS, Walgreens. A lot of the things that you can use to clean your devices, you can get right from your local stores.
Inexpensive.
So, and Amazon has everything.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need stock in Amazon. We buy so much stuff from Amazon, but
yeah,
just saying.
Yeah. Another thing. Oh, this is something that a lot of people don't understand. As far as your batteries, laptops, do not leave your laptops on all the time. Laptops are not designed to stay on all the time, because what happens is your battery, typically out of the store, it may last 4 to 6 hours, depending on what you're doing with it. Now that we don't have CD players or a lot of moving parts inside of the laptops these days, it can last, easily 6 hours. All right. But what happens is over time, if you keep that laptop plugged in, what it'll do, it'll damage the battery. All right. And a lot of times you'll see the battery actually swell. So if you flip over your laptop and feel a little swell there, that's because your battery hasn't had time to rest, because you're keeping it at 100%. So sometimes it's a good idea to just unplug your laptop,
let the battery
drain. Let the battery drain down to about 30 or 20%.
Right.
And once you get to that point, then plug it back in. That way it gets used to charging.
Right.
All right. It's kind of like a memory thing. Okay. Oh, now I'm low. But if it's always at 100% because you keep it plugged in, it doesn't have anything to remember.
Right.
And that's where your battery actually goes bad.
And you're overheating it.
You are overheating it. And then you wonder why your laptop is hot, because all the pet hair
is burning it.
and dust and all that. I mean, that's really the number one thing that I see when someone brings me their laptop, because it's running hot all the time, just because it can't breathe. That's stuck in
that's
there.
Really
it.
Yeah.
So another thing, if you have any magnets, like refrigerator magnets or anything like that, keep that away from flash drives, USB sticks, your computer.
Wipe it out,
because magnets are designed, we actually use magnets to erase hard drives. So keep magnets and all that stuff away from your peripherals, because you wonder why you could have swore you had certain files in certain folders and now they're gone.
Because you check the magnet.
Because you check the magnet. It's probably on the magnet. Just flip it over like, it's gotta be on here.
Yes, exactly.
I know I saved that.
I saved that file. There it is on the back of this magnet.
So, shutting down, every night, does help. So if you can actually shut your machine down, it will help. It also help on your electricity bill.
Hello.
Because that computer isn't just constantly running all the time.
People shutting their computers down right now, except for don't shut it down while you're watching Beyond the Chat.
Not while you're watching us.
But you just told the people they can save a couple dollars on the electric bill. As soon as this podcast is over, they shutting down their computer.
Some people probably dimming their monitors right now. It's like, shoot, if I can save 15 cents this month.
Exactly.
Woo, that's bubble gum.
Yes. And then
bubble gum is like $1 now.
Yeah,
it used to be a nickel.
No, bubble gum used to be
when you
No, when you you tried to get me. I ain't gonna let you get me. I'm not gonna let you get me. I thought you were supposed to be nice to me when you.
No, I'm saying it used to be a penny.
No, you tried to throw me under the bus. You tried. I saw that.
No, I'm saying when you graduated. I wasn't gonna say when you was born.
I felt the shade. You tried it. That's okay. And I know the people out there felt the shade when you tried to say it was a penny when I was born. Like I'm older than him. But let the record
I didn't have to say the word born.
Would you cut yourself off because you knew I heard the shade? Because I said, well, bubblegum was a penny. You was like, yeah, when you was, and then you thought about it because you
you was in high school.
I'm gonna let you slide with that one. Keep on with your tech news. Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you constantly run your malware, your virus scans, all right? And don't get the cheapest software because it's free. Get quality software to run malware scans on your machine on a regular basis because people are constantly out there writing programs to steal your data off of your computer.
Yes.
They don't have to be in your house or on your computer to do it.
No, they do
All
not.
right, you can go to a regular website that you think is Google, but it's Goggle, but you didn't pay attention because it looked the same. That's saying, you wonder why somebody texting you or calling you from an odd number, asking for money. They got your information because that's what they do. They hack into your computer and they sell your information.
Exactly.
So, while you're wondering how your stuff get out there, hey, check your credit report. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So just be diligent about that stuff. If there's applications on your machine that you no longer use and you're not going to use it anymore, uninstall it. Do not just delete the icon.
Right.
That's not installing. That's not uninstalling. That's just deleting. The program is still there. So go into your control panel and apps and uninstall those applications that you no longer use. It will free up your hard drive.
Yep.
All right. So the more stuff on the hard drive is going to slow down your machine.
Exactly.
All right. So
And I'm not the tech guru, the computer guru, but I know we use G Drive and what's the other one we use?
This all kind of
Dropbox.
Dropbox.
Mm-hmm. Save your pictures, save your important information to a G Drive or something like that so that you don't keep it on your phone or keep it on your computer.
Or anything that you can lose.
Anything that you can lose. Put it in a safe place and, make sure that you are securing your information, because trust me when I tell you that, you may not think that your information is valuable, or you're like, shoot, I got 200 credit score. Don't nobody want to mess with me. It doesn't necessarily have to be your credit. They could be stealing, your identity. And to know that someone out there is imitating you or acting, like you or trying to be you, that is a hurtful thing. And it takes forever to try to clear your name and your get your reputation back
and your credit score
score back up. And so, make sure that you take these things seriously, because it may not have happened to you for the last 20 years or 30 years, but you never know who's watching. I learned a lesson from you as far as not just throwing junk mail or even a letter that has been opened with your name and your address on it, just throwing it in the trash. Get a shredder, shred it, cut it up, do whatever, because people are watching. So many people out there sometimes are desperate and they need help, and they don't mean or intend to hurt you specifically, but you're the vulnerable one. You're the naive one. So that is why we are here on Beyond the Chat, to help you learn and to help you think about some things that can help you do things better.
Yeah. And a lot of people, it's their job to steal information so that they can sell it. So imagine a person that can't get a job, but then they get an opportunity.
There you go.
It's just like somebody that robs a bank or goes steals from a store. They can't get a regular job, so they have to find other means to get some kind of money. So just imagine somebody offering them, say, $200 every time they steal somebody, information, and they give them the proper hacking tools to do it.
Right. And you are not, they may not intentionally be targeting you. You're just a casualty of war. You just happen to be there when they were sent in that place to get what they needed to get, and you became a victim.
And they're just trying to eat.
Exactly. So, be very clear and very careful about what you're doing, and make your intentions, clear as far as your personal identification is concerned. Every part of your life is important to you. You've built who you are, what you have. And so make sure you take care of it. It's important.
Yeah. And another, one more thing is, don't keep that information on your computer if you do not have to. Mm-hmm. One thing, if your computer crashes, because I've had a lot of clients over the years that they transfer all of their photos and all that stuff to their computer so that they can free up stuff off of their phones. Mm-hmm. And okay, you have gigs and gigs of data on your computer, pictures that you can't retake, but that computer crashes, all of that stuff is gone.
It's gone. You know what? And don't they have the little, what do you call them? Flash drives.
Yeah, flash drives.
That are keychains.
Yep, USB storage.
You can carry them with you. Put it in your computer, save all of your personal information or your pictures, or, buy 2 or 3. You can put them in a safe, that's, inflammable. Yeah. You can protect your identity, protect what's important to you, and put them in a place where you'll be able to go right to them if you need to get to them.
Yeah. And I would always say, if it's something that's critical, store it in 2 different devices. I tend to store my stuff in the cloud and on a flash drive, and I even have some USB drives that I use for storage as well.
Right.
So when I do my backups, I kind of back up twice in 2 different areas, because if one fails, if I lose one, I'm not pissed off. I'm not really worried, because okay, I had it in 2 places. Thank God.
Right.
So, that's just my practice, because I've seen so many things, and I've seen so many people turn into sailors from losing stuff.
Exactly.
So if you're religious and, you found Jesus and you don't feel like, that's the route you want to go, save your stuff. Right. Save your stuff in multiple places, and don't keep all that stuff on your computer, because there's nothing that's guaranteed about your computer not failing.
Very true.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we're going to come right back, and definitely appreciate you all joining us.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be back.
Hey.
30 seconds.
Beyond the chat, we're not just talk. Beyond the chat, we're not just talk. Beyond the chat, we're not just talk. Beyond the chat, we keep it plain, keep it real. We really get down to it. You know the thrill, from the bottom to the top. Stay tuned, make sure you stay locked as we go beyond the chat. We're not just talk. Beyond the chat, we're not just talk.
I know I say it every week, and I'm not going to stop saying it, because it is the absolute truth. I love that jingle.
That's a jam.
It is a jam. I mean, I feel like it should be on like a record or something.
We will have to extend it to make a full song out of it, but it's that kind of groove. It just makes you want to
I agree. It does make you want to Oh my goodness. Welcome back. Welcome back again. Thank you to everyone out there watching on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, beyondthechat.com, and Periscope. And wherever you are, whatever you are doing, we appreciate the love and support. We thank you so much. Make sure you mark it on your calendars. Every Sunday at 6 p.m. we will be right here having such an amazing time on our podcast, chatting with you and those watching. And so it looks like we have somebody in the chat talking to us right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss Sandra Washington, welcome to Beyond the Chat. Hey, she's our coworker. We love her so much. She's always a ball of fun and a ball of sunshine and a ball of light whenever we see her. So we appreciate your support. So she said in the chat, great idea. Gonna buy USBs to store my personal stuff. Absolutely. It's very important. And just think about it. If you're out somewhere, at a Walmart or CVS, Walgreens, wherever, and you need to pull some personal information for a specific reason, you don't have to go all the way home. You don't have to go searching for it. It is right there on your flash drive, and you know exactly where it is.
One of mine on my keychain.
Exactly. So things that are extremely important, you keep it right there with you, so you'll know where your personal information is at all times. And you got to be, make sure you're not just having it hanging around, because people,
it can be stolen.
People
so
get
if you put it on a
crafty with that
keychain, then it has to be taken off.
Exactly.
Don't just leave it laying around.
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
and they're so inexpensive.
Very.
Flash drives are so inexpensive.
Yep.
So
and they hold a ton of information, a ton of whatever you need. They hold a ton of stuff on there,
and you can encrypt them.
Yes.
So if it does get stolen,
they cannot.
You can make it so that it requires a password for you to get to the actual device.
Exactly. And you can make it so that you are able to share that password with a loved one that you trust with your personal information. Should something happen, they're able to go in, get, let's just say your life insurance information, your bank account information, maybe family emergency contact numbers and things like that. I know I'm from Maryland, and my mom and my sister and my children are here. However, the rest of my family is in Maryland. So, I would want someone here, whomever, to be able to contact my family to say, this is what's going on. And if I trust someone with that information, they have it right at their fingertips to be able to contact family. Yeah,
which brings the point, a good idea would be to put your living will on a flash drive, a secure flash drive, so that if something does happen, that person isn't like, does he have a will? What do they want to do? And you can even, put it on there as a notarized signed, document.
Right.
So that it's legal.
Right.
Hey, this happened. You can even put a little video file on there of you saying what you want. And all they have to do is access that flash drive with your wishes.
Right.
And boom.
And if you need the spelling of my name, it is Natasha. Cash, just like money. CASH when you do your video will. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's a notary as well.
And I will notarize it. Yes, I will.
Yeah, and I'll shoot the video. I'll connect to your computer and do whatever maintenance and cleanup you need to do. Listen, if you want to pop that flash drive in there and you want me to secure it for you and set all up, I'll do it for you. Anyway,
we're here for you. That's all we're saying. We're here for you. And if you need us to help you with your video will and write our names on the lines for you so that you don't mess up the spelling, we got you.
Right. And if you want to write us into your will, we can give you the information you need.
We have stickers.
Yes.
Just put our name right.
We're not giving up our social security numbers, but we'll give you the information you need.
Oh my goodness. We love messing with y'all. We hope y'all are laughing just like we're laughing. We just love having a good time, having some fun. But if you're serious, we're serious. And just call us after the podcast is over. All right. But anyway, we're going to jump into our topic of the week. And our topic of the week is things that make you think, and talking about common sense.
Yeah.
Because it's so, when I was growing up, my grandmother, I used to hear her say it all the time. Common sense ain't all that common. And I used to ask her, well, Grandma, huh? It didn't click because I hadn't heard it before, didn't really understand. I was really young. And my grandmother, her response to me was, just keep on living, baby.
Keep on living.
And I was like, okay. I was just like, okay, well, whatever. So I just got used to hearing her saying it. But now that I am an adult, it makes complete sense to me that common sense is not all that common. Like, for example, if we get on the airplane together and there are 3 seats and there are 3 armrests, why do you think you should put your arm on my armrest and on yours? I'm just saying, common sense would say if there are 3 seats and 3 armrests, there's only 1 armrest for you.
Okay.
I'm going to need not to be trying to bump your elbow out of my way to put my arm on my armrest.
Because if you're sitting next to me, you're probably not in first class. But I'm just saying. We paid the same thing.
Yes, we did. So I'm gonna need my armrest. Okay, listen, I need all I could get for these $129.99. I'm gonna need my armrest. You use your armrest, and I'm gonna need to use my armrest. Another thing, if you listen, I have no problem with people biking and exercising and getting out there in the sun, sweating and burning some calories. I am here for you. But could you do it on the sidewalk? Okay, I know they have bike lanes and all that stuff, but you cannot make your own bike lane. I'm just saying, common sense means that you don't ride your bike in the lane with these big old 5,000-pound cars that's going to take your life.
With headphones on.
Exactly. Like you don't care that it's somebody behind you. You don't hear nobody blowing the horn. You don't hear us swerving around you. You don't see us swerving around you. I'm gonna need you to get on the sidewalk.
And some of them don't even use their hands. They just like
Exactly. Right. Sitting on their bike. I'm like, you know what? Okay. See, these type of people, that's why I don't drive that often, because I have road rage and I be on the news. Miss Cash, why is this the 9th person you done knocked off their bike? And all I'm gonna say is,
No, he was testing.
Texting while riding. That's all I got, Mr. Officer. That's all I got. Okay, so now, if you know how you go to the store, and I know a lot of times you know in the hustle and bustle of things, you're not really thinking. But I'm gonna need you not to push the door when the sign says pull.
Yeah, that's the reason why it says pull is because
they want
people keep pushing the door.
Exactly. Obviously, people are not reading
or running into it.
Or they're running into yeah, pretty much. Listen, I done seen some people run into now. People I don't know if they're using Windex or what they're using to clean these doors and windows sometimes, but I done seen some folks bust their head wide open trying to walk into a door that is clean and closed. And you cannot sue the people because you can't see.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna need you to use some common sense.
Or squint.
That too. And pull the door and don't push. Cool.
Especially if it say pull.
Now, I want to talk about a serious one real quick. I want to throw this one in there because this is very, very serious. There is an app called On My Way. If you would like for me to invite you to the app, I'd be happy to do so. But it's called On My Way. It is an application that pays you to drive without touching your phone, drive without texting. Look it up. It is legit. I love it. I use it. TW uses it as well. It pays you 5 cents per mile that you drive without texting. And guess what? You do not even have to be the actual driver. You can just be in the car with the car moving, and you will still get paid not to text while driving. Because believe it or not, within that 5, 10, 15 seconds that it takes you to pull out your phone, unlock it, find the person that you want to text, write your text or type your text, and then send it. You could have hit, killed, run over, done all kinds of things, damaged your car, hit a tree, hit a curb, run over something in all of that 15 seconds. In that short amount of 15 seconds, something major could happen. And so we want to make sure that you use common sense and that we all are using common sense and we're protecting one another, not just the riders in our car, but the other people that are in cars around us. It is extremely important that we use common sense when it comes to texting, drinking while driving, all of those things that will inhibit your ability to pay attention to the road.
Yep. Keep it locked. It's very simple. You can also do auto alerts that let the person know that, hey, I'm driving, I can't answer you right now.
Yes.
That way they can focus. All right.
Exactly.
So it's really important, and you make money.
So again, if you're interested, you can put your name in the chat and we'll be happy to invite you to the On My Way app so that you can get some money while driving and not texting.
Yeah, just send you a simple little code.
And you too can be making some coins.
And saving some lives.
Exactly, in the process. Amen to that. Yes. Okay, listen. Eating with your mouth open is not okay. No, it's just common sense that when you put food in your mouth, please close your lips and chew.
Yeah, it's supposed to stay in your mouth.
It's supposed to stay in your mouth. I cannot tell you how many times I have been around someone eating and they are talking with their mouth full of food and food is coming out and I'm just like, I'm gonna need you to be quiet till you done chewing.
And they wonder why you got the gangster lean like, yeah, girl.
Exactly. Right. While you ducking and dodging while they talking because they got food in their mouth. And I'm like, you know what? This is too much. So that's common sense. Common sense would tell you that if you bite into a sandwich, bite into your food, put something in your mouth, can you just be quiet until you're done eating? Because save all of us, please. That is very, very, Yeah,
it still tastes the same. I'm just saying, with your mouth open, close your mouth. It's not going to taste no better with your mouth open.
Exactly. It's not going to taste
I need to aerate it. I need to aerate it.
No. Yeah, no, close your mouth while you're chewing people. Thank you. It's just common sense, common courtesy to the people that are around you. Thank you very much. We have some people in the chat that are asking for the code to On My Way. I will gladly send you that code as soon as we are done with our podcast and help you make some money. I've been using mine and I've been getting some money off of some really, really nice stuff. I was telling TW the other day that there was a smartwatch that I saw online and it was $89. I think it was $89. Mm-hmm. And I was able to, I haven't used it yet, but I was able to put $60 of my On My Way cash toward a new smartwatch. I haven't decided if I'm going to buy it yet because I just got a smartwatch last year for Christmas, but I'm always into like upgrading really cute watches and stuff like that. But anyway, I was able to put aside $60 of my On My Way cash toward the $89 watch. So imagine getting a smart watch for $30 because you've earned $60 just for texting.
Free money.
For driving without texting, free money. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
You cannot beat that. It is an amazing app. I am so grateful that I found it, that they came out with it, and I'm able to share it with family members. And like you said, help save lives.
Right. And what it is a group of investors that's trying to save lives that have put money into this program.
Exactly.
So that they can pay you the incentives
to cut down on people losing their lives. Because, the people that are losing their lives, it's not the driver. 9 times out of 10, it's not the driver. Yes, drivers do lose their lives to doing senseless acts like texting while driving or drinking or whatever it is. But 9 times out of 10, it is the innocent people that are the passengers in the vehicles that lose their lives or become paralyzed or hurt or whatever it is. And so if we here at Beyond the Chat can do our part to help you understand how important it is not to text while drive, then we definitely want to share that with you. So I'll make sure I'll send that code out to you after our podcast is over. So let's move on to something else. Oh my goodness. Now listen, we're in a pandemic. We got the coronavirus going around and it's very important. People, please cough into your elbow.
Not the bottom. The inside of your elbow.
Yes. So. Cough into the inside of your elbow. Can you not cough in your and then touch the doorknob? Somebody else got to touch behind you.
Shake somebody's hand.
Oh, shake somebody's hand. No, you remember what was the movie? Was it
Blue
Streak?
Blue Streak. Oh my goodness.
Listen, if y'all have not seen Blue Streak, Martin Lawrence is my boy. Blue Streak, the man, who was the captain?
Yeah,
he was the captain. So Martin was on Blue Streak on the movie looking for the diamond, and he happened to see the man. I guess the man had jock itch, and so he was using the cream to get rid of the jock itch, and the sergeant wanted to introduce Martin to the captain, and he takes him in the office, and all Martin remembers is that I just saw you using some jock itch.
All in your junk.
Yes, and I didn't see you wash your hands. So Martin was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And he's like, "Yeah, what's up, bro?"
Okay.
Everything not to shake his hand. So listen, when somebody tries to shake your hand, I want you to remember that movie and remember that not everybody has common sense to cough in their arm, in their elbow, and they coughing on everything. I see people just open their mouth, just don't care, just cough, just like and it's just like, did he just open his mouth and just cough without covering his mouth at all? And you know what else? Oh my God, when somebody sneezes. Now, if nothing else makes me cringe is when somebody sneezes just bad.
Right. Or they just turn their head. Don't cover up and then just go.
Yeah.
In the grocery store.
Yeah. Listen,
like,
people.
Really? On the bread? I was just going to get that bread.
But listen, think about it. All the stuff that happens before you get to the store. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff that people could have done to the bread and the bananas and the grapes and the everything before you got to the store. Right. So all the people that have coughed, all the people that have sneezed, all the people that have touched it and haven't washed their hands.
Or changed the baby's diaper, then came into the store
and
touched the fruit and the vegetables. And
that part.
You just
come on, people.
Nasty.
We need you to have common sense. Miss Sandra, I will send you the code. Yes, ma'am. Right after we're done with our podcast. So what else we got?
While we're looking up the next couple things, tell us about some of your experiences where you're like, come on, that's common sense.
Right. Yeah, we want to hear from you. Tell us what you've experienced that you felt like it made you sit back and say, wow. That's what we want to hear. Yeah. We want to hear from you. If you want to call in, the number is 833-282-2428, or feel free to send us a chat on Twitch, Facebook, or beyondthechat.com. You can also chat with us on Periscope if you're watching from that application as well.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
No, I don't have anything. All I got, I was just thinking about when I look down at the keyboard, and I'm always reminded, when you're giving somebody instructions, I'll say click, next, and they're looking at the keyboard looking for next. There's no next key. I'm just saying, there's no next key.
See, that's the kind of stuff when you go or when you're talking to somebody, we should be able to record some of this stuff because people would never believe us when we tell them, can you believe this crazy person asked me where was next on the keyboard?
And that's where the term picnic comes from.
Problem in chair, not in computer.
Okay.
We did that. Yes. Problem in chair, not in computers. And next time somebody asks you, you want to have a picnic, you tell them, nah, I'm good.
I'm real good.
I'm real good.
I'm smart. I'm as smart.
I'm as smart. I'm as important.
It is 1,000 times better to have common sense without education than to have education without common sense.
Oh, there was a saying. Listen, I am 1,000 with you.
And that was by Robert G. Ingersoll.
Yes.
So I don't know if he actually did that, but that's a quote that I found with his name attached to it. But that was like really profound. I'm like,
absolutely,
you're right.
Listen, there's a quote, and I don't ask me who came up with it or who wrote it, but it says it's better to be thought that you are a fool than for people. It's better for people to think you are a fool than to open your mouth and prove them right.
Prove it. Oh, he is a fool. Oh, okay. All right. Well, no more guessing.
Oh my goodness. And listen, my cousin Leslie Cash, she said, I love that. I will definitely have to use that one. Picnic. Yes. So this one, he uses it all the time. People don't even realize what he's saying. And he's like, oh, you like picnics? And they're like, oh yeah. We're like, we know.
Yeah. You know what the issue is.
Exactly. The picnic. Okay. Exactly. So, oh my goodness. Listen, common sense people, do not be rude to your server. I know we haven't been to a restaurant in a long time. We're kind of doing the grab and go thing, but do not be rude to your server. Please and thank you. Because if they go in the kitchen to pick up your food and they back there extra 2-3 seconds, listen, boo-boo, you need to go ahead and ride through Wendy's and don't eat that.
For real, it only take a second to boo-boo.
I'm done with
I'm just saying.
He's out the group.
Just don't mess with people. All I'm saying is staffs are low now.
Yes.
And
they have
many people working in the back right these days because they don't expect for the restaurant to be full.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying, if they have time to go around the corner while the two other people are busy.
Working the cash register and the drive-through,
it may taste different than the last time you had it.
Yeah. So be nice to your servers. Even if they've done something you don't like, didn't come back in time, taken a long time, wait to vent when you get in the car. Yeah. And please, be nice, because we would hate for you to have to be at the hospital getting your stomach pumped.
Yeah. If it just happened to be that you just turn into one of those people that just stop supporting the business because they don't give good service, then do that. Don't piss somebody off before you get your meal.
Exactly.
Okay. Just don't give them a tip. If you're that upset, just don't give them a tip.
But that's after you get your food.
After.
Now that's common sense. That part.
Joke all the way to your car.
Yeah. With your food and no tip for them. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you. Smile.
No, not using turn signals. Listen, people. Listen. They put turn signals in cars for you to use them when you are turning left and you are turning right. You cannot turn right from the middle lane and think that the people behind you not going to blow the horn at you when you stop in traffic. And now you mad that they blowing the horn at you because you dead wrong. Common sense. You communicate. You can't yell out the window, I'm turning left. No, that ain't going to work. Right. I'm going to need you to use the turn signal that was put in the car.
Exactly.
Now, I love the fact that if your turn signal is not working, then you use your arm.
Yeah, not your finger. Arm, your whole hand. I'm just saying.
Yes, you need help.
I'm just saying. I mean, it made sense.
Listen, my daughter is in the chat. Brianna said, we're talking about the servers. She going back talking about, so piss them off after you get your meal.
Right.
I taught you well, baby. You be nice to them now. And then when you get your food, then you talk junk. Okay.
But just don't order dessert. That's all I'm
hello.
saying.
You just get your food and you keep it moving. Yes. You say what you got to say after your food is in your bag and rolled up and you ready to go.
Yep. And just call ahead next time you want to go there and see if he or she is working today.
And then you decide to go somewhere else.
They going to remember you.
Yes, they will. But yeah, so again, talking about using your turn signal. Yes, we're talking about using your arm and not your finger. Okay, none of that. If that's why they're there. So it's like road rage and people are acting like. So I'm supposed to read your mind that you wanted to turn right.
Right. I didn't know you was reading a map.
Right, exactly. And I didn't know that your turn signal did not work. And I'm sorry, if you turning right from the third left lane, you have to expect that people are gonna blow their horn at you, because that is not the way to drive. You can get somebody killed.
And then they do it real slow too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming.
Exactly. And expect everything
to go.
No, let me tell you. Listen, I don't know if my Aunt Shannon is watching. But I remember, so every year when I lived in Maryland, every year my family would go on a Black Friday trip. We would have Thanksgiving together, and we would leave Friday morning, 3 a.m. We would go stop and get breakfast, IHOP or wherever else, Village Inn. And then we would go to Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, Georgetown. We would go wherever to go shopping. And when my grandmother was alive, rest her soul, love her, miss her so much. But we would rent 2 or 3 15-passenger vans, and maybe 2 of those vans was for shopping bags. Don't judge us. I'm just saying. And so my Aunt Shannon, my Aunt Sharon, and my Aunt Sherrod, I think, would be driving the 3 vans. But my Aunt Shannon is military, and she used to drive the Humvees, I guess, in the military. And we would be in 8 lanes of highway traffic, where you pull out to get in. And my Aunt Shannon would pull the van across the highway of traffic, stop the traffic for our other 2 vans to get out. You talking about, if you never knew how to pray before, that's when I learned how to call Jesus. So I'm like, this one, she gonna get us killed. But she did it all the time, and the people respected her. I don't know, she just had that face like, I will get out type of look at the people. But I was like, Auntie, I don't know if that's common sense, but hey, it was working at the time.
It works for you and it keeps working, so you go, girl.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you try this at home, but I'm just saying that's how she got down. Oh my goodness. Now, this is the last one that I have to talk about. I actually have one more after this, but you know how you're waiting for the elevator because obviously somebody's on the elevator.
Yeah.
How about when the elevator door open, you let them get off before you get on? I don't understand how people are fighting to get on the elevator when other people are trying to get off the elevator. Isn't it common sense to step back and wait for them to get off, and then you have all this space to walk on the elevator?
Yes.
People looking at each other crazy. They bumping into each other. They like, excuse me. It is common sense to wait for them to get off of the elevator before you get on. It's just that simple.
It's simple.
It's common sense.
Which is common.
But
no, it ain't all that common.
No, it's not. It's not all that common. So I have a few questions. So I just want to ask a few questions. How do you get off of a nonstop flight? Is a sleeping bull a bulldozer? Good question. Things that make you say, do cemetery workers prefer the graveyard shift? Do files get embarrassed when you unzip them? That was funny to me. I'm just saying. If psychics are psychic, how come you never see on the newspaper that a psychic just won the lottery? That's why I go to them. That's why. Exactly. Now I got my last one. Why are hemorrhoids called hemorrhoids and not asteroids?
Ponder on that one.
Think on that. Tell me how you feel about that.
Yeah, so we're going to let that soak in.
I tried to stay in character. It wouldn't work. I tried. That was funny to me. I saw that and I'm like, wow, that is a good question.
Mhm.
Listen, I always ask people, why do we park in the driveway?
Right.
Back home where I'm from, they call the highway, they call it the parkway.
Right.
So we drive on the parkway and we park in the driveway. That's why the children confused. That's why Yvette has to come all the time and teach the children how to educate them on their schoolings and things. And then the peoples don't understand why come the children can't graduate.
Right. Like, why is there a stop sign, but there's no go sign?
That part.
But you're supposed to go.
That part. Are you supposed to wait for the stop sign to turn green?
Not unless you're on drugs.
That's it right there. I'm just saying. We're just saying.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Listen, that is our time. We hope that you have had a wonderful time. We appreciate you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and tell a friend about beyondthechat.com.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing you next Sunday at 6 p.m. Same time, same station. I'm your girl, your host, Natasha Cash.
And I'm your host, TW, in the building. Hey.
We'll see you next Sunday.
That's right. Hey, be ready for some trivia, because we're going to bring some trivia to you.
Yeah.
So, you know what that means.
I think I want to give away $100 next week.
Hey.
I'm giving away $100 next week.
Who want it?
Who want it? Come get it. Next Sunday at 6. Ooh. Beyond the chat. When I just talk, we go. Oh, yeah. Hey, when I just talk, we go. Peace. Have a good night and God bless.
Hey.